Now let us consider study of one more important device in electrical or electronic measurement, and it's called as a potentiometer. Already in previous video we considered meter bridge, which is a device to determine unknown resistance of a given metallic wire or a given galvanometer in electrical or electronic circuit. Similarly, in order to measure voltage or potential difference in a given electrical circuit, already we have a device called as a voltmeter. We know that voltmeter to measure voltage always connected in parallel with a given circuit, and to measure current we know that ammeter is always connected in series. This is general thing which is known to you. Now, if we consider a circuit in which there is a cell of EMF E, internal resistance is smaller, and suppose now EMF of this cell is to be measured. Now you tell me, EMF is a type of voltage. Is it possible to measure EMF using voltmeter? We will just think over it. When voltmeter is connected between two terminals of this cell, we know that here certain current will be drawn. This current will flow through entire circuit, let it be I ampere. Now as per Ohm's law for complete circuit, we know that EMF is equal to capital V plus I into small r. Now when voltmeter is connected, current is drawn. Cell is not open circuit, it is running, certain current is drawn. As this current flows through it, we know that certain small amount of voltage is utilized inside the cell. And therefore, this part is not available between two terminals. Between two terminals, the part available is nothing but capital V, called as a terminal potential difference here. And this terminal potential difference, which is present between these two terminals, is also available between two terminals of voltmeter. And hence this voltmeter can measure only terminal potential difference and not the EMF of the cell. This is one of the important drawback or limitation of this voltmeter. Even voltmeter is very important device to measure any large amount of voltage. It is a small device, so it is a portable. This is advantageous point. But in order to measure small voltage, voltmeter is not suitable. Because its LC is very small, hardly we can measure 0.1 millivolt. But smaller than this value, it becomes very difficult to measure this value, or accuracy will be less. And therefore, for greater accuracy while measuring voltage, or to measure EMF of a given cell and even internal resistance, voltmeter is not useful, and that's why we are going to study one of the important substitutive device called as a potentiometer. Now already we discussed, while making the study of any device, a systematic study is expected. First of all, definition of the device, number 2, principle, then construction, then working, and lastly application. So let us consider first of all definition. As just now discussed, potentiometer we can define as a device or electrical or electronic device to measure potential difference or voltage or EMF of a given cell in given electrical circuit. Simply we can say that potentiometer is a device to measure voltage, just similar to voltmeter. Now next part comes that about principle. So what is principle of potentiometer? It is very simple. Potentiometer work on the principle that voltage between any two points of a uniform wire is directly proportional to length of wire between these two points, V proportional to L. Listen me carefully. Potentiometer work on the principle that potential difference or voltage between any two points of that uniform wire, this word is very important. Uniform wire is directly proportional to length of wire between these two points. Now in order to verify this principle first, okay, this is principle, no problem at all. But first of all we are going to verify or prove this principle, how V is directly proportional to L. Now in order to verify this principle, let us consider a uniform copper wire AB. See here in this circuit diagram, AB is a uniform copper wire of length capital L. Suppose length AB means between these 2 points length is capital L. Now let us consider one more point on this wire P such that length AP is equal to small l, which is already shown over here. Now this wire is connected across a battery or cell of EMF E. Just to start or stop electric current, one key is used, and to control the flow of current run from this cell or battery, one rheostat is used. Now in order to verify this principle, V is directly proportional to L. Means VAB is directly proportional to, we can say that LAB as per the principle. Otherwise, we can say that VAP is directly proportional to LAP. In principle, it is not mentioned that there must be endpoints. You may consider any 2 points on this uniform wire. If we consider last 2 points, VAB is directly proportional to LAB. If we consider these 2 points, we can say that VAP is directly proportional to LAP. Means potential difference or voltage between any 2 points of a uniform wire is directly proportional to length of wire between these 2 points. Now, in order to verify this relation, suppose sigma be resistance per unit length of this wire. Let sigma be resistance per unit length of this uniform wire. What then the resistance per unit length? Now, if total length of wire is L, capital L, and now total resistance say capital R, then we can say that sigma is equal to capital R divided by capital L. Actually, this term, it is expressed in SI unit ohm per meter. Simply it stands for resistance of 1 meter length, which is called as a resistance per unit length. Now, by knowing sigma, we can calculate resistance of any length of wire. For example, resistance of total length, then it is sigma into capital L. If we are going to calculate resistance of this part only, then small r is equal to sigma into small l. Means, if given length is there, then we can calculate resistance of that much length of uniform wire by knowing this term called as a resistance per unit length. So, suppose this sigma be resistance per unit length of this uniform wire. Sigma be resistance per unit length. Resistance per unit length of this uniform wire. Now, if sigma be the resistance per unit length, we know that RAB, resistance between point A and B, will be equal to sigma into L, equation first. Like that, resistance between point A and P, if these 2 points are considered, then 100% it will be sigma into small l, because already we assume length between these 2 points is nothing but small l. Is it clear? Now, according to Ohm's law, we know that VAB is equal to potential difference between point A and B is equal to current into resistance RAB. Is it clear? I into RAB. But RAB can be replaced as sigma into L, and therefore we can write VAB is equal to I sigma into capital L, equation number 3. Simply from equation 1, RAB we replace as a sigma into L. Like that, if we apply Ohm's law for potential difference between point A and P, then according to Ohm's law, this is I into RAP. Now current will be same, because total length and this much length, they are the part of one and only one path, and then same current flows through both. Whatever current flowing through wire AB, same current flows through AP, and hence we can write VAP is equal to IRAP. Now from equation 2 we can write RAP is equal to sigma L, hence VAP will be equal to, yes, I sigma into small l, equation number 4. Now from equation number 3 and 4 we can verify that potential difference between any 2 point wire is directly proportional to length of wire between these 2 points. Now listen. If we divide equation 3 by 4, then we can write VAB divided by VAP will be equal to I sigma capital L divided by I sigma small l. Here I sigma get cancelled, hence capital L upon small l. So VAB upon VAP is equal to L divided by small l. But both these terms are constant. Capital L, total length is constant. The small l is also constant. And hence we can say that this is equal to certain constant term, say K. As VAB upon VAP is equal to L by L is equal to certain constant term, now we can say that, yes, we can write 2 more equations. VAB is equal to, yes, constant into, yes, capital L. Is it clear? See here, VAB is equal to constant, or first of all, from this equation we can write here, VAB divided by capital L is equal to VAP divided by small l, and say this is equal to constant. Then we can say that VAB is equal to constant multiplied by capital L, and VAP is equal to constant into small l. Now here, by removing constant and equal to sign in both these equations, we will come to conclusion that VAB is directly proportional to L, and similarly VAP is directly proportional to small l. Hence proved. This is verification for the principle of potentiometer. In your board examination, question may arrive for 2 marks. State and verify, or state and prove the principle of potentiometer. So statement carries 1 mark and verification for only 1 mark. Now, once again listen me. Principle of potentiometer states that voltage between any two points of uniform wire, may be VAB or may be VAP, is directly proportional to length of wire between these 2 points. That is, VAB is proportional to capital L and VAP is proportional to small l. Now, in order to verify this principle, we consider Ohm's law, yes, for external circuit, and using Ohm's law, we got this verification: VAB proportional to capital L and VAP proportional to small l. So this is about principle of potentiometer. Now in next lecture, we are going to consider construction and working to understood two applications of this potentiometer. Number 8, to compare EMF of two given cell, and number next, yes, to determine internal resistance of a given cell. Very important applications from your examination point of view, which we will consider in next video. Okay, thank you.